Heyo. So I'm not training for a race right now. I'm training just to get fit. Since the plantar fasciitis flare up in January, I've had to really pull back on training, which was quite a bummer, but I am at a good point now. Things have been feeling good, better at least. So I'm just trying to build up my mileage again to a point that feels good and to a point where I feel fit enough to start training harder. So it's a weird kind of quirky place to be in training. It's not always super fun, but I have such a good team and such amazing friends here that even that part of training has been really enjoyable. And I've just been loving going out and going on runs with my friends again. So going through today, I'm going to do my first workout back. It's just going to be probably a little progression run. And after that, just gonna talk about how I've been feeling, some thoughts, reflections, gonna go through a little lift later in the evening, and yeah, just kind of go over what's been going through my brain in all of this time since coming off of this injury. So put on your shoes, lock in, let's get to it. At the good old Coronado. The goal for today's run is another 8 miles on the schedule. I'm debating exactly how I'm going to go about it. I can either do just an easy run or I could push it a little bit. I've been feeling a little antsy and my foot's been feeling pretty good, so I kind of want to do a progression, maybe a little progression run, or a little bit of like a, not a tempo, but just kind of push it a little bit in the middle. So that's going to be the goal for today's run. We'll kind of see what happens. I'm not setting any expectations for myself or for this run because I'm just trying to go off a feel, let my body do what my body wants to do. So just get some natural work in that way. The way that running is fitting into the week right now, I've been feeling pretty good. I had a little chat with my coach. Well, barely. I had a text with my coach. Since I've been feeling a little bit better, I'm planning on pushing it a little bit more this week, get up to 50 miles, and hopefully, if all goes well this week, have an actual conversation and then maybe start planning some actual training with some real workouts coming up in the next few weeks. So that's the goal for today, for the run at least. So let's get to it. I'm going with the Cloud Surfer Next for my shoe today to run in, just a bit firmer of a trainer to give me a little bit more response off the road. Doing a little bit better with getting some hip mobility and glute activation in ahead of my runs as well, since that's probably part of the problem and why I've been getting little injuries. So just really making sure that I am loose and ready to get going on those runs here. Gonna do a little bit of ankle mobility as well in just a minute to really just get the Achilles and whole sheath through my plantar, feeling a bit looser and more mobile again too. And we're just gonna roll on into it now. Oh boy. Well, I did it. I finished my progression run. That was kind of hard, as it should be, but dang, it just felt like the first workout back after not working out in a while. So we all know how that one goes. But good stuff. Good progress. Heck yeah. packages just came. Hang on. They're here, my packages. Elios loves when I get packages. Oh, excuse me, when we get packages. Okay, we're gonna open them. That was dangerous to hold that knife like that. Oh my gosh. My coffee club Beantown Marathon mug. Heck yeah, that's cute. Gonna drink coffee out of this guy every freaking day. Okay, next box. Ooh. Okay, this one's from On. Got a couple new things. Woohoo! That. And some new sockies. Okay. I love new socks. They make me so happy. This one is another Corti. Just super simple, super lightweight, super basic. I love it. And it's just really pretty bluish purple color. Like iris, I think is what they call it. But this is what I got in my little package. Good day. So I'm gonna actually go over a little recap of that run I did. So it was an 8-mile progression run I ended up doing, debated the kind of tempo or pickups versus progression. As soon as I started, just kind of decided I wanted to do a progression instead. So I tried to aim for a focus on pace control and just kind of holding myself accountable as the run went on, because sometimes I can get a little bit excited and kind of push a little too hard too early, or it's kind of hard to keep yourself really honed in sometimes with pacing. So I wanted to really focus on that with this run, since this was just my first actual like kind of light workout back. So I went out for that, have my splits here on my Coros. My first mile was just an 8:04, just super easy. Brought it down to 7:40, 7:32, 7:11. Scroll down a little bit real quick here. A 7:05, 6:43, 6:30, 6:17 for that last mile. I felt pretty smooth for most of it. Definitely once I kind of dipped under the 7 flat, like down to the 6:40, 6:30s, and especially that 6:17 at the end, it felt tough. Honestly, it was harder than I wanted it to feel. I just felt like I didn't have much turnover in my legs, not a whole ton of poppiness, and it's hard to just be patient with yourself and be kind to yourself when you know how fit you've been in the past. Like after I was so fit in January, obviously, because that was when I was peaking for my race, but it's just tough to know that and then be just kind of feel like you're working that much at those paces when it's felt really easy before. But that's just kind of how it goes. You definitely have to detrain a bit to then train again to get better. So I'm just reminding myself that, and this is literally just the first workout that I just randomly did on my own, so it literally doesn't even matter. So that was the run, and just reminding myself to be patient, be nice to myself. It will come together. It's just, it sucks to wait for it and to just be like, man, I just like to be fit. That's the thing. I just really love to be fit. It's fun to be fit. So, but it'll be a fun process to get back to it. So it'll be good. But that's my recap of the run today. Okay, I'm gonna take the sweet boy out here. He needs his, oh, why aren't you looking at the camera? He needs his little walk time, so, oh, there he goes. So we'll go take care of that. Okay, see ya. go to the Buzz for a little caffeinated afternoon bevy. Frick yeah, dude. Here's another thought nugget to touch on with getting back into shape, because this morning I got a little bit self-conscious about myself, obviously, and was just really scrutinizing myself for how, like, fit I used to be, and for the minor body changes that come with not being in peak marathon shape, because that's not a sustainable fitness to be in year round. So there are some minor body fluctuations, and that was something I just became a little bit hyper aware of this morning and last night, and was just kind of feeling uncomfortable in my body and just not super happy and stoked on it. So I think going into the workout in the morning then did make me feel like, okay, I need to prove something to myself. I need to prove that I'm still in shape and I'm still fit, even though I feel a little bit different. And when it doesn't come together super easily, like we all want it to, it can then kind of add on to that little bit of anxiety that creeps into the brain of thinking like, oh my God, like, am I just not fit anymore? Am I ever going to be fit again? And it sounds so dramatic. It really does. And I understand logically that it literally is fine. Like, it's not a big deal. But I just did think I should touch on that just as, again, a little thought nugget, because I am feeling a little bit self-conscious about myself today, and that's just part of the process too. And it's something that I'm constantly working on, and sometimes it's harder than others, and today feels like a day that it is a little bit harder than other days, for sure. So that's something I just wanted to mention and say it's okay if other people feel that way too, because I feel that way frequently, and I know a lot of other people in the running community also kind of deal with that similar feelings about themselves. So thought I would just mention it and give a little chit chat about it. And then I'm gonna go home now, actually, and this is my little birthday free drink for my birthday from Better Buzz, because it's expiring tomorrow, the birthday deal. And I'm gonna go home and put some of my pistachio syrup in there, house-made pistachio syrup, shout out to Surf Lounge, and it's gonna be delicious. So I'm stoked on that. Heck yeah, celebrate yourselves, everyone. Headed to the gym now, rounding out the day. Just spent too many hours trying to sync all of the audio and video clips, because for some reason every time I was exporting them from the camera into my laptop and then into the editing software, it was just like desyncing the audio just ever so slightly, and it was driving me crazy. So I'm going in and taking every single clip and syncing the audio manually, which is just kind of tedious. But I am headed to the gym now. Gonna relieve some of that stress. It's not a big deal. It's just, it was annoying. Gonna relieve some of that stress, and I will check back in with you guys, because I don't really want to record since there's like a lot of people in there and it's really busy. But check back in soon. Ooh, I've got this early 2000s pop playlist too that I'm playing right now on my car, and I'm gonna listen to it while I lift. I just finished up. It was really busy in there. And then I went to Aldi's because I forgot I needed some rice, some grains, because I didn't want to spend 40 minutes cooking brown rice, and I really like brown rice. These little instant packets, lifesavers. And then I also saw kombucha and got a kombucha. And then I also saw these chocolate salted caramels, so I got these two for a little snacky. But just did like an hour at the gym, got some good like back squats, and then some like weighted calf raises to just kind of strengthen all of that whole, just obviously my calf, but that whole kind of sheath that leads into my foot as well, just to help with the plantar fasciitis. Did a lot of glute med work too, just to work on that stability and just kind of get my hips to be a bit more aligned and equal in strength, because that's going to help with the plantar fasciitis as well. And then just a few other just kind of core and stability movements too. So that's kind of what I was focusing on there. But I'm going to go home now and eat my little salted chocolate caramels and drink my kombucha and also make dinner. And that's what I've got to add to the end of this little vlog. So I hope that everyone learned something, and if not, sorry, I don't know, I hope you were entertained. I hope everyone enjoyed that, and just the friendly reminder that fitness will come, and be nice to yourself. So that's all I have to say. Okay, I will see you guys later. Bye.